The Nubian kingdoms were a series of powerful and influential civilizations that thrived along the Nile River in what is now modern-day Sudan and southern Egypt. Their history spans several millennia, with the Nubians leaving an indelible mark on the cultural, political, and economic landscape of the region. The Nubian kingdoms emerged as early as 3500 BCE and continued to flourish until the 4th century CE. The area's favorable geographical location along the Nile River, which provided fertile lands for agriculture and facilitated trade and communication, played a vital role in their rise to power. Among the most notable Nubian kingdoms were the Kingdom of Kerma, the Kingdom of Napata, and the Kingdom of Meroe. The Kingdom of Kerma was one of the earliest civilizations, with its capital located near the Third Cataract of the Nile. Kerma's wealth came from trade, particularly in exotic goods like ivory, gold, ebony, and incense. Around the 8th century BCE, the Nubian Kingdom of Napata gained prominence and adopted many aspects of Egyptian culture, including religious practices and architectural styles. During the 25th dynasty, the Nubian pharaohs conquered Egypt, ruling as the pharaohs of the 25th dynasty or the Kushite dynasty. This period marked a significant historical milestone, as it represented the first time that Egypt was ruled by foreigners. Following the decline of Napata, the Kingdom of Meroe rose to power around 300 BCE. Meroe, located further south along the Nile, became the center of Nubian civilization and the heart of the kingdom's economic and political activities. The city was a hub for trade, with goods flowing both north to Egypt and south to sub-Saharan Africa. Meroe's wealth was built on iron production, agriculture, and trade in luxury goods like gold, ivory, and exotic spices. The Nubian kingdoms were not just economic powerhouses, they also made significant contributions to art, architecture, and religion. Their artistic style was a fusion of indigenous Nubian elements and influences from Egypt, Greece, and Rome. The Kingdom of Meroe, in particular, is renowned for its distinct pyramids, which were used as burial sites for their kings and queens. Religiously, the Nubians blended traditional African beliefs with Egyptian and later Hellenistic influences. They worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, with Amun being one of the most prominent deities in their religious practices. Despite their wealth and cultural achievements, the Nubian kingdoms faced challenges from neighboring powers. The rivalry with the expanding Roman Empire and the emerging Aksumite kingdom, in present-day Ethiopia and Eritrea, eventually weakened their influence. The decline of the Nubian kingdoms was hastened by the rise of Christianity in the region. The Nubians initially embraced Christianity, which was introduced in the 6th century CE. However, the Islamic conquests of the 7th century CE, led by Arab forces from the Arabian Peninsula, posed a significant threat to their existence. By the 14th century CE, the Nubian civilization had largely disintegrated, and their once prosperous kingdoms became lost to history. Nevertheless, the legacy of the Nubian kingdoms lives on through the archaeological wonders they left behind. The ruins of their temples, palaces, and pyramids stand as a testament to their once great civilization, reminding us of the mastery they exhibited over the Nile River and their enduring impact on the course of history. The legacy of the Nubian kingdoms also lives on through their influence on neighboring cultures. The interactions between the Nubians and ancient Egyptians led to cultural exchanges that enriched both societies. The Kushite dynasty's rule over Egypt during the 25th dynasty left a lasting impact on Egyptian art, religion, and political structures. Some pharaohs of this dynasty built monuments and temples in both Egypt and Nubia, blending elements from both cultures. Moreover, the Nubian people were skilled traders and diplomats, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies between the African interior, the Nile Valley, and the Mediterranean world. Their trade networks extended far and wide, linking sub-Saharan Africa with the Mediterranean region and beyond. The Kingdom of Meroe, in particular, played a crucial role in connecting the African interior to the Red Sea and Indian Ocean trade routes. The Nubian language, known as Old Nubian or Meroitic, is another aspect of their legacy. Though the written script is not fully deciphered, it reveals insights into their language, culture, and religious beliefs. Scholars are continually working to decode and understand this ancient script, which may further illuminate the Nubians' contributions to history. In modern times, efforts to preserve and promote the Nubian heritage have gained momentum. Archaeologists continue to explore and excavate Nubian sites, uncovering more of their history and shedding light on their way of life. Sudan, the country where many of these ancient kingdoms once thrived, has recognized the importance of preserving its Nubian heritage and has undertaken initiatives to protect and showcase these archaeological treasures. Nubian communities still exist in Sudan and Egypt today, and they have managed to preserve some of their distinct cultural practices and traditions. Despite historical challenges and changes, the resilience of the Nubian people endures. As we learn more about the Nubian kingdoms, their story continues to captivate the world, reminding us of the fascinating history and cultural diversity of ancient Africa. The Nubian Kingdoms, Masters of the Nile, left a lasting impact on the course of history and served as a testament to the achievements of African civilizations, which are an essential part of the human story. As archaeologists continue to unearth new findings and historians deepen their understanding, the Nubian kingdoms will undoubtedly continue to captivate our imaginations and inspire us with their remarkable achievements along the banks of the mighty Nile River. Their legacy will forever be etched in the annals of history, ensuring that the Nubian kingdoms are remembered as masters of the Nile and a civilization of immense significance to the world.